fix, boy, I bust up. They found a plan to make it rich. Middle finger up, for a hater in this bitch, boy, on my side. Let's get it poppin' like some high fives. I told him fuck the runner, cause I'm trying to catch the top guy. Give it up. This is a coochie van, no dooney truck. Say you got the soldier here, and we shoot it up. Niggas always capping nowadays, ain't nothing new. Pillow talking for the hoes, get clapped for acting cool. Pistol packing, double D's, and all these hoes, we in the stew. You move on, bitches popping out just like a zoo.
Tight shit, tight shit. Hold up, y'all. What's up? What's up, homies? Let me refresh this too. Hold up. Cause y'all been doing y'all thing. Fresh. That should change in a little bit. There we go. Where the chat join at? Put this right here. There we go. Leave that right there. Sorry, y'all. I haven't streamed in a minute, but yo, chat. What's up? What's up? I'm trying to refresh here because that's not our actual sub count. It's higher than that. I just want to say before we get into anything, I want to say I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been getting us up with our subscribers and shit. And that's love right there, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Let me fix this real fast. Trying to fix this shit. Trying to see how this shit look though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Trying to find a good spot for this. No, that's not good. But, oh fuck, I'm drawing. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Alright, we're gonna just put this shit right here. And we're gonna start getting into some reactions, y'all. Let me make sure the stream good. I remember one time I started streaming chat and the audio wasn't even on. I was sorry. Put this shit right. Alright, we good. Let me check. We actually are at like, oh, it changed. We're at 250 subs. Come on. Thank y'all, boys and girls. Thank y'all. And for that, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into some murder mysteries. I see y'all been liking them joints. So we gonna hop right into it. We might do like a good 2 or 3 of these joints. We're gonna watch this, The Man Who Wouldn't Let Go. Hold on, my volume down. Say shit. Also, before we get into this, keep subbing up, keep subscribing, keep sharing with your friends. Make sure you like every video. It helps our videos get out there, y'all. Like, comment. Even if you comment like something like saying what's up, Day, on like the regular video, or even if you watch, like, I know a lot of y'all watch my shit live, like when I do the reactions and shit. But even if you want to just stop by, type in a comment, be like, I was doing here during the live. Say shit, you got special privileges. Now we're gonna get straight into this shit. I'm gonna get my chair together, put my robe on because I'm a little cold. No kizzy. It's a little cold in this bitch. Alright, let's go.
20, 0, 1, 18, and 12 seconds.
911 emergency operator 609.
Yeah, I wonder why it's taking the cops so long to get here.
Can you provide me the address so I can look it
Yeah,
up?
2086 Mound Street.
0, 1, 18, and
It's absolutely
22
incredible.
seconds.
Has something changed since you originally called?
What now? What?
Has anything changed since you originally called?
0,
Yes, he's not answering. Like I'm outside for fucking fucking window yelling and nobody's answering. You guys need to get a cop here quick.
Sir, the officers are on the way.
Damn. Hey, we back. Yeah, we back in this bitch. Yeah, we lit in this bitch. Yeah, we back in this bitch. You know that we lit. I'm getting the money. I'm getting so rich. I'm doing my dance. I'm really gonna jig. I'm doing my dance. I'm really gonna jig. Hold up, wait. Watching the murder mystery. What? I don't know where I'm with mystery, but it is history. Yo, I should get a snack.
It has been said that every person must experience the piercing sting of unrequited love. Much like a caterpillar wrestling out of its cocoon,
Hold up, y'all. I'm gonna give me a quick snack. This deserve a snack. I'll be right back. When I say right back, I mean I'll be right back. I'm back. Also, chat. Another thing that's important. Join the Discord. I'm gonna start being active in the Discord, telling y'all when we live and shit. Discord finna get popping. I ain't gonna lie to you. If you missing out, you gonna miss out on a lot of shit. That's where you could put reactions and stuff and all of that. But we about to get into this. Take sure.
romantic heartbreak can serve as a crucible, forcing growth and guiding one toward a new dawn. Yet, there's another, murkier prospect. When love isn't reciprocated, it can plunge some people into shadowy depths, where passions become wild storms and obsession takes hold. In their darkest forms, these unchecked emotions might even be the spark that ignites acts of violence or cruelty. At the heart of this emotional maelstrom stands the story of the Hollywood therapist Aime Harwick. Let's dive in.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Good Morning La-La. And if you're looking to manifest your mojo this week, you might want to speak to this woman, Dr. Aime Harwick, she's a licensed marriage and therapy family therapist, but she's really a sex therapist, not going to lie. So
Yep.
How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me today.
Dr. Aime Harwick was a prominent mental health therapist based in Los Angeles, known locally for her work in the area of relationships and
I ain't gonna lie, chat. Once I eventually get to the point where I'm successful with YouTube, I am not moving to LA. Just letting that be known now. Not moving to LA. Not moving to Atlanta. Sorry. Can't do it.
psychotherapy. She was considered by many someone who cared deeply about people and improving their lives. Aime was born in Sellersville, Pennsylvania.
Oh, was she a PA girl? This is off topic. I'm gonna go back because I wasn't listening. This is off topic, but no disrespect to Atlanta or LA. Just gotta say that. It's just I feel like that's where niggas go.
Who cared deeply about people and improving their lives. Aime was born in Sellersville, Pennsylvania in 1981 and graduated from North Penn High School. Following a stint as fitness director at Bally Total Fitness, she launched a workout video called Fit to Rock. She also collaborated with the Discovery Channel as a fitness expert. She relocated to Los Angeles in 2001 and eventually earned her bachelor's degree from California Polytechnic State and a master's from Pepperdine. Later, she achieved a doctorate from the Institute for Advanced Study of Human Sexuality, specializing in psychotherapy. By age 38, Aime had become a licensed marriage and family therapist and authored The New Sex Bible for Women. She had a robust online presence, frequently appearing in magazines, podcasts, and news segments. Aime also ran her own YouTube channel. In one video, she spoke about common misconceptions concerning the role of a sex therapist.
Hi, this is Dr. Aime Harwick, and today this video is going to be...
She got YouTube? Hold on. I want to check out her YouTube. They're not even showing nothing. Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Hi, this is Dr. Aime Harwick, licensed marriage and family therapist and sex therapist, and today we're going to talk about BDSM skills. Oh, I bet.
Say shit. Damn, she ain't got no comments on here. Niggas was just horny, but not commenting on her shit. I don't see
Hi, this
comments.
is Dr. Aime Harwick, and today we're going to talk.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna get back to the video.
Be all about what is a sex therapist. I get this question all the time. People don't know what I do, or they have all these misconceptions about what sex therapy is. So right now I'm going to break it down and tell you what it is I do and what it is a sex therapist does.
Say shit.
Let's start with the common misconceptions. Number one, a sex therapist has sex with their clients. Nope, a sex therapist cannot have sex with their clients. I can't even really touch my clients. Legally and ethically, a marriage and family therapist is not based on touch. So even if I want to give my clients a hug or pat them on the back, I typically don't, because it's talk therapy, and that's just not within the legal ethical guidelines of what I do.
Aime was not just focused on her career success, she genuinely cared about the people she encountered. Deep in her heart, she held a passion for uplifting women. She founded Foxy Feminists, a group in Los Angeles designed to connect women to job
Women power.
opportunities and mutual support. Beyond her professional commitments, Aime had a spark for photography and dreamt of becoming a professional shutterbug someday. In 2017, at a party thrown by a local producer, Aime met Drew Carey, the comedian and host of The Price is Right TV game show. The pair immediately clicked and soon had their first date at Disneyland. After a period of dating, they became engaged. Aime even appeared on the 2018 Valentine's Day edition of The Price is Right, where Drew made a special announcement.
I'd like to introduce you to my brand new lovely fiance, Aime.
Say shit.
Unfortunately for the celebrity couple, the Hollywood pressures were too much to overcome, and they broke off the engagement in November of that year.
Damn.
In social media posts, Drew reflected positively on their time together. After the relationship ended, Aime remained hopeful and paved a fresh path. Yet little did she know she would soon face a grave challenge from a familiar face struggling to leave the past behind.
Niggas just don't know how to leave the past behind, bro. Y'all gotta do better.
It was Valentine's Eve of 2020, and Aime was in a reflective mood. She reached out to Drew Carey for the first time since their breakup with a text that read, "Hey, I know we haven't talked in a while, but I've been doing a lot of thinking about, forgiveness, and I would love to get together with you and talk."
I ain't gonna lie. Drew must have got that peen, you feel me? Must got that Dende on him. I'm just
Carey
saying.
responded, "Yeah, I would love to do that. I love you." Carey, in a relationship at the time, felt that Aime's message was in the spirit of friendship and forgiveness, and the two agreed to meet after the Valentine's Day weekend. That rendezvous would never take place.
Yeah.
After enjoying a show at the Globe Theater with friends on Valentine's night, Aime arrived home at 1:02 a.m. Moments later, a chilling, blood-curdling scream echoed from the third floor, jolting her roommate, Michael Herman, awake. After spending several minutes but failing to find his phone, Herman dashed out of the house and borrowed a neighbor's cell phone to urgently call the police at 1:08 a.m.
Yep. Somebody just attacked my roommate. We're at 28 Pound Street. I don't know. I just haven't run out of the house. get a cop here.
Okay, now you ask you these questions, okay? They're very important. What exactly happened? You did
You're
not.
a son of a bitch. What? What?
Are you ready to answer my questions, sir?
Are you? Yes, go
Okay.
ahead.
Did you see anything?
No.
Okay, so
No, I heard her screaming, and I heard her being...
all right, so I'm going to send out if somebody's screaming, okay? Since you didn't see anything. You don't know if she's being attacked, you're not sure.
Yes, I know she's being attacked. I heard her got thrown to the ground.
Okay, all right, so 2086 Mount Street. Is that a house
Yeah.
or an apartment, sir?
It's a house.
Okay. And this is who's screaming inside?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and your name?
Bro, sometimes I get annoyed with the dispatchers, bro, because they be acting so stupid, bro. He said I heard someone screaming at this address, send a cop immediately. Oh, as soon as he heard that, is a way you could send a fucking cop, like a cop gets a message or some shit or a ding.
Michael Herman.
And what is your callback number, Michael?
I don't have my phone. This is somebody else's phone.
Okay, would it be okay to contact you back at this phone?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. All right. And so you're also hearing somebody hitting her, is that correct?
Yes, I heard something like that, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was yelling up there.
Okay, so I'm just going to send out as her screaming, okay, since we don't know what is going on?
Yes.
All right, and where are you going to be so you can direct
I'm right up front. I'm right up front.
Are you black, white, Hispanic, or Asian so they know who to look for?
What now?
Are you black, white, Hispanic, or Asian?
White.
Okay,
White.
and what color shirt will you have on?
White.
Okay. That way they can find you, okay?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Michael.
Oh my
After a
gosh.
few minutes, a frantic Herman called 911 again.
911 emergency operator 609.
Yeah, I'm wondering why it's taking the cops so long to get here.
Can you provide me the address so I can look it
Yeah,
up?
2086 Mountain Street.
0118.
This is absolutely incredible.
Bro, I just don't understand, bro. He said I heard someone being attacked, and it seemed like they not taking this shit seriously, bro. They're not taking it serious, and that shit irritate me.
Has something changed since you originally called?
What now? What?
Has anything changed since you originally called?
Yes, she's not answering. Like I'm outside her fucking window yelling, and nobody's answering. You guys need to get a cop here, quick.
Sir, the officers are on the way. I'm asking if there's anything I can update them.
Officers arrived 5 minutes after the initial call and encountered Amy's roommate on the street.
Is there anybody else inside the house?
My roommate.
Just your roommate by yourself?
Yes. Dude, I heard screaming. I don't know if that guy had a gun or a knife. I came running I couldn't find my phone.
So is there somebody else inside?
Yes. So I think there's
Okay, sir, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Calm down. Calm down. Other than your roommate, is there anybody else inside the
I
house?
don't know. So you didn't see anyone? No, I just heard her screaming.
Have you called?
I just got thrown to the ground. I've been calling for her. There's windows open. He's answering nothing.
Yeah, let's get an additional unit.
It's not building search.
Yeah, I know, but...
We can if you want.
Yeah,
But we're going to go in there.
Yeah, I know. 650. Take an additional unit. Just want this.
I left my keys in there.
Bro, this whole situation, it's like they take the part that's getting me, bro. It seemed like they're taking their sweet ass time, bro. That's the part that's making me mad about this whole situation. I feel like if motherfuckers was rushing to the scene, running, to at least, you know what I'm saying, save her maybe.
I mean, my keys were left in the house. I was in the middle of a sleep.
So why is this? Why can't we get in here?
Because it's locked. Because she came home and
Listen, sir. You need to relax a little bit so that we can get all the information, okay?
Okay.
He's stressing. I don't blame him.
I don't know how many people are in there. I don't know if he's got a weapon or what. I'm trying to knock on neighbors' doors. Nobody's answering. I don't have a phone. He was walking by. And I have take some deep breaths from here, all right? Relax. We don't have a lot of time. I mean, you left all your stuff in there, but I'm supposed to get in.
Hop the fucking gate. I'm pretty sure in the fucking police academy they teach you how to hop shit and crawl. Bro.
Well, sir, so how are we supposed to gain entry into this place?
I guess hop the fence with me. We'll go around back. The back door's open. Let's go.
Right, this nigga should have been a cop. The fuck?
So where's your key at?
Inside, downstairs. The back door's open.
So you came out and came up this way?
Yes.
Hey, partner, we're gonna have to jump it. We're trying to find a better place that we can jump it. did you last hear from her? We're gonna have to go right here. Can you hold this?
Side note, I feel like they need to make pop clothes more comfortable and flexible. They be having motherfuckers out in dress shirts and fucking pants that I feel like are not comfortable. Put them in something more flexible so they can hop the shit.
Dude, this is...
Officers climbed the fence and began to search the premises. Within seconds, they made a gruesome discovery in the back patio. Aime Harwick lying on the ground with significant trauma to her head, neck, and torso, and struggling to breathe. According to police, her wounds were consistent with a fall from the third-story balcony. She was transported to a nearby hospital by ambulance but succumbed to her injuries shortly before 3:30 a.m. As officers methodically swept the home, a trail of unsettling evidence drew them steadily upward from the second-floor living area to Amy's third-floor bedroom. Scattered rosary beads and bloodstains on the bedroom door hinted at a desperate struggle. Officers followed the trail of beads to the balcony, where they discovered a syringe filled with a suspicious brown substance. The syringe was submitted for forensic analysis and later found to contain a lethal dose of nicotine.
What the fuck?
As investigators processed the crime scene, a pressing question emerged. Who would want to kill Aime Harwick, and why? Through interviews with people close to Aime, one name came up repeatedly: Gareth Pursehouse.
Look at this nut-ass nigga.
Thrones, first season, the brother and sister are up in the castle, and then the kid sees him through the window, and the brother has to go and throw the kid off and to kill him. And even though it's evil, I feel kind of bad for the brother, because even though he doesn't want to do it, his sister insisted.
Yeah, this nigga thrown off. He remind me of one of those motherfuckers when if you've ever took like a college class or AP language class, you always have those motherfuckers who try to like jump on one side and they be like, I just feel as though like, the way that he did, that's how he fucking sounds to me.
Harwick and Gareth Pursehouse first met at a nightclub in 2010, and the two began a relationship in 2011. Although the 6'4" Gareth's wholesome appearance contrasted with the rocker type she usually dated, they initially bonded over a mutual love of photography. Professionally, he was a successful software engineer with over $1 million net worth. In addition to his main job, he took on photography projects. Outside of work and his passion for outdoor sports, he had a penchant for telling jokes. In fact, Gareth dreamed of making it big as a stand-up comedian. He got his chance to gain.
Nigga was a millionaire, and you bro, I'm not gonna assume, because, you know what I'm saying, but come on, bro, you making that much money and you still obsessing over shorty? That's crazy to me, bro. You was worrying about the wrong shit.
Gained some traction when he entered his name in a bucket and was randomly chosen to perform a 1-minute comedy skit on the popular Kill Tony podcast. His opportunity was short-lived, however, as he didn't exactly set the stage on fire.
Please don't make me watch this.
Anyway, so I have bad news for the entertainers over there. No, okay. I have bad news for the entertainers over there. The best day of your career is going to be the days after you die, when paintings skyrocket in price. Can I continue? Can I? It's close. Go ahead. Okay. Go ahead. The paintings skyrocket in price. Redbox starts holding some movie.
I can't watch this. This is embarrassing.
The age-old broken method of trying to roast the people that the audience is here to see. That's good.
That was ass.
Unfortunately for Aime,
I'm gonna keep it a beansky. That shit was ass. I had to skip through. That shit was too cringe for me. I'm sorry.
Gareth's worst day.
Man should have stuck to fucking software engineering.
Their relationship ended in 2012 after she endured physical and verbal abuse, leading her to file a restraining order against him. Court records reveal she accused Gareth of multiple violent acts, including punching, kicking, and strangling. In a 2012 incident, he smashed 10 picture frames on her door, only to return the next day, taping flowers to the door and playing music from outside her apartment. In
Yo, this
addition to
nigga's
episodes
insane,
of
bro.
violence, Aime reported stalking, break-ins, menacing text messages, and continuous harassment of her and her neighbors. After being granted a restraining order, she severed all ties with Gareth and focused on rebuilding her life. During their preliminary investigation into Amy's murder, detectives acquired ring camera footage from her home that placed Gareth at the crime scene during the attack. 13 hours after the initial 911 call was made, Gareth was arrested outside his residence in Playa del Rey on suspicion of murder. Bail was set at $2 million, which he posted 3 days later and was released that evening.
What the fuck?
His freedom did not last long, as he was apprehended again the following day on a no-bail warrant and formally charged with first-degree murder and residential burglary. There was an added circumstance of lying in wait, which qualified him for the death penalty, although there hasn't been an execution in California since January 17, 2006. Gareth entered a plea of not guilty and was held in custody pending trial.
Nigga is insane. He got caught at the scene and said, nigga, you know what? I ain't guilty. This nigga's crazy. Nigga got caught at the scene. And he said, you know what? I'm still not guilty. Someone else did it. It
Meanwhile,
would be crazy if
detectives
someone
continued
else
their
did it.
investigation to build the strongest possible case for prosecutors. After a judge denied a defense motion to dismiss the case in March 2022, he ordered the district attorney and defense team to proceed to trial. Opening arguments in the trial of California versus Gareth Pursehouse were heard on August 29, 2023.
Damn, that was recent.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The evidence in this case is going to show that Dr. Aime Warwick was murdered by defendant Gareth Pursehouse because he was obsessed with her. She rejected his advances. Not only that, she cut off all contact. And to punish her for that, he broke into her house on Valentine's Day. He broke in there with a syringe loaded with a lethal dose of nicotine. And then he waited for her until she got home. You're also going to hear that particular poison is not readily detectable, as it wasn't for the LAPD. At the end of this case, I want you to hear all the evidence in this case and everything.
Bro, it's just insane. It's like, I feel so bad for women, bro, because it's like, not even trying to be like a pick me or whatever the fuck these niggas be saying, but like, that shit is critical. A shorty could say no and end up dead, bro. Like, I know women, some women who just like, when a nigga be like, can I get your number? They just say yes off the strength of trying to live another day, bro. That's insane to me, like, that they have to go through that. I don't know.
The defense has to say, at the end of this case, people are going to ask you to come back with a verdict of guilty as to the residential burglary, the murder of Aime Warwick, and the special circumstance of laying in wait during the commission of this murder. Thank you.
I have so much I need to say. Please give me a chance to just say it. So I could have just said it. Please. Please. Can we meet again? It feels the same as when I wrote you. That long list of what I would miss about you and heard nothing back. Just reaching out into the darkness, trying to stop falling. I wish I could do something more, but reaching out to you is a crippling action that I had actually contemplated over the past few months. Just to say to you the word help. Admitting to you how hurt I am is so embarrassing and painful, which demolishes me even more. Please don't vanish on me. Please, please, don't let me go through that again. Please call me. These are the messages that Gareth Pursehouse sends Aime Warwick after unexpectedly running into her after having not seen her for nearly 8 years. Running into her out of the blue on January 16, 2020, sent him into a deep, debilitating depression that he was not able to overcome. He was begging with her for help. He was begging and pleading with her for a chance to talk to her. The evidence will show that running into her at that event sent him into a thick fog of depression and made him feel that the only way he could get relief from that pain was to go to talk to her. The ultimate answer that you, ladies and gentlemen, are asked, the ultimate question that you will be asked to answer is what Gareth Kershaus intended to do when he broke into her house on the 14th of February in 2020. The evidence will show that he was reacting from within this fog of depression and that he was going to talk to her.
Throughout the trial, testimonies poured in from a diverse group of witnesses, including experts, law enforcement officers, and those acquainted with both Aime and Gareth. As the evidence unfolded, one looming question took center stage.
Why?
What could have driven Gareth to allegedly harm Aime nearly 8 years after their separation?
Bro, 8 years after is insane. Yo, we had 251 who just subbed up. I appreciate you. Shout out you. We can hit 300. We 49 away from 300. Come on, we could do it.
Investigators revealed that on January 16, 2020, Aime was set to appear on a mental health and counseling panel at XBiz, an adult industry business.
Hold on, let me see who just subscribed. I think I can see it here. Let's see. 11. What's today's day? I need to somehow filter subscription. So it's not showing me. I'm unsure why it's not showing me. But whoever just subbed up, I appreciate you though. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, gang. All right, we're gonna get back into it.
Business conference and awards show. Aime was accompanied by her friend and colleague, Dr. Hernando Chavez. They were invited in recognition of the low-cost mental health services they provided to workers in the adult industry. While waiting in line for Aime's turn for red carpet photos, Chavez left to get drinks but was soon alerted to a disturbance involving Aime. When he returned to the line, he found Aime face-to-face with her ex, Gareth Kershaus, who was working the event as a photographer. Chavez testified to what he observed that evening.
Can you tell us what it's showing here? That is the walkway. So to the right of that photo is the red carpet, and this is to the left of it, and it's this walkway between the ballroom and the red carpet. So in that walkway there are a number of drink stations and doors that lead into the ballroom. So on either side you have the red carpet to the right and the ballroom to the left. This is from the opposite side of the line.
And did anything happen at this point?
So when we arrived, the first thing we did as we were in line, I had a few friends who were right in front of us. I took a drink order. I said, I want to buy everybody a drink, and took the order. And once I got that order, I walked down this path that's listed, and I got in line for the bar.
His question was, did anything happen?
If it's okay, Your Honor, I think this is an explanation.
So you want a chronological explanation?
Yes.
All right, sure.
And where did you leave Aime when you went to the bar?
She was in line with the friends that I had that we had met, that we found there. So she was with other people.
And how long were you at the bar area before something happened?
Approximately 10 minutes into me waiting in line at the bar, I received 2 phone calls from a friend.
What's the name of this friend?
I'm sorry?
What's the name of the friend?
Ashley Jemison.
Can you spell that?
ASHLEY JEMISON.
Does this person go by other names?
She has a stage name as well.
What's the stage name?
Her stage name is Aubrey Kate.
He means stage name by sex, like industry, like adult industry. All right, we're gonna look it up. He said Aubrey Kate. Let's see who that is. I'm crying. She was in Captain Marvel XXX. Ew. Ew. This is a nigga. I just been scarred, bro. Sometimes I need to mind the business that pays me, bro. Sometimes I just need to mind the business that pays me. Oh my god. I did not want to see that. We're just gonna continue.
And what happened at this point?
The first phone call, when she called, I couldn't hear. It was a lot of loud commotion. It was chaotic. So I couldn't understand and I hung up. And then 30 seconds later, I received another phone call from her as well. And all I could hear amongst the chaos or the sounds that were sort of the loud sounds was, "Get the F over here."
What did you do?
I immediately went back to the line.
And when you went back to the line, how far away is the line from the bar?
I was probably 25 yards away from that portion of where they were at in the line.
Once you went back to your original location, what did you see?
It took me a couple of minutes to kind of weave through the different people that were standing there and blocking my route. When I got there, I saw Aime and the defendant were walking away from the line together.
And when you say the defendant, you see the person you saw there that night here in court today?
Yes.
Can you please point him out for the jury and describe what that person is wearing today?
He's wearing a blue suit and glasses.
What color shirt, sir?
A white shirt as well.
All right, identify the defendant.
And as you approached them, did you...
Like, that's kind of pointless to say. Well, I don't know.
Hearing being said.
Initially seeing them walk away, I first checked in with my friend who called me, and she told me, "This guy is freaking out on your friend." So I then walked over to where the two of them had walked to, and they had...
When you say the two of them?
Dr. Aime and Gareth Perthhouse.
And as you walked over there, what, if any, did you hear?
As I was walking towards them, the only words I heard was, "You ruined my life, you bitch."
Oh, shit.
And as I got closer, they both stopped, they both looked at me, and I checked in with her and said, "Is everything okay?" And she said, "Everything's okay. I'm going to be right here talking." And so I went back to the line and waited for her. I also said, "I'll wait in line for you." And so I waited and kept her place.
Now let's go back to the statement that what was the statement again?
"You ruined my life, you bitch."
Shit.
You hear at people's photograph C of this exhibit, do you recognize who's shown there?
Yes.
And who is that?
That's the defendant, Gareth Perthhouse.
Is that the way he looked at the X-Biz Awards show on January 16th?
Yes, I remember the red shirt and the jeans, yeah.
And so how would you describe, were you able to see his face when he said, "You ruined my life, bitch"?
They were profiled, so they were looking at each other as I was walking up, so that they did not see me as that. I heard that.
Were you able to see what his demeanor was when he said, "You ruined my life, bitch"?
It was hostile and angry and elevated. And then when they both made eye contact that I was walking over, they both, like, put it back together. He calmed himself down very quickly in that moment.
And then what happened?
After I checked...
He calmed himself down because he wasn't trying to look like a fucking tool. That's abusive niggas right there, bro. They always, rowdy with their girl, and then as soon as someone else come, they want, hey, how are you? Fuck out of here.
And she shared that she was going to be there and talking. I went back to the red carpet and waited for about 45 minutes until I got closer to the entrance of the red carpet. And in the meantime, I was checking over at the two of them talking periodically, every minute or 2 minutes.
Why were you doing that?
I was concerned.
What were you concerned for?
The angry, hostile statement, if someone calls your friend a bitch, that was alarming to me. That raised a red flag for myself, and I wanted to make sure she was okay.
So you kept a view of her?
Yes, she was in the line of sight the entire time I was in the line.
About how far away was she from you?
30 to 35 yards.
How the fuck you can measure yards? I would be like, shit, I don't know. Just like a few feet. Fuck.
And did you see anything happen during that time when you're watching her from that distance?
Obviously, I could not hear anything else because I'm so far away, but I could observe nonverbal movements for both of them. I noticed she had her hands clasped together in her lap.
Her two hands?
Her two hands were clasped together, and she was seated in a way that was kind of leaning into the conversation. So she was, in my opinion, non-threatening and trying to just looked calm. The defendant, Gareth Pursehouse, had much more animated movements with the hands. So there was times where the hands went on the head, times when the hands covered the face and then were in his lap, bending forward into his lap. And there was just more movement to reinforce whatever was being said.
And how would you describe her demeanor once she left the defendant and met up with you?
Totally changed.
What does that mean?
She went from initially coming into the show excited, talkative, enthusiastic, full of energy, as we all typically know her if you're in her life. And when she walked up to me, she was almost like a ghost. She was very stoic. I keep thinking back to the word that felt right, and it felt like she was on autopilot. She was just coasting and moving through the motions of walking and taking pictures.
I'm not gonna lie, he yapping, but the way he yapping, it's low key. He low key. My man, you stoic like, come on. Just say she didn't look like herself. She looked like she wanted to go home. Type shit.
And talking, but
objection narration at this point, Your Honor. That'll stand. Counsel, your next question.
Yes. Was she able to take pictures on the red carpet?
She did, yes.
Gareth was described by numerous witnesses as visibly upset, shaking, and teary-eyed. Ashley, the friend Chavez referred to in his testimony, was also called to the stand and was asked to describe the incident from her point of view.
So I want to be more specific about the defendant. Could you see his body language from where you were?
Yes.
Yes? Could you tell me what that body language was?
Just his arms were kind of like up and just very like furious with the situation.
So let the record reflect, Your Honor, that the witness raised both her left and right arms, moving around her hands in kind of a circular motion. So you demonstrated kind of this movement I just described for the record. Would you say he was moving his arms erratically?
Yes.
All right.
Could you describe what other body movements he was doing while he was speaking with Aime from that distance?
Bro, lawyers just be throwing up objection. Objection! Objection! Face it.
It just kind of seemed like his arms.
I don't know
like
how they
kind of
defend
going
people
up
they know guilty,
very
bro.
angrily and was just very upset.
Oh, this would appear to her based on his body language.
Now, I know you had met Aime for the first time that night. Did that interaction between the defendant and Aime cause you any concern? It's foundational.
Yeah. Can you repeat the question?
Sure. I know you just met Aime for the first time that night. But despite just meeting Amy for the very first time,
Yo, speaking of fucking um court and shit, bro, they gave your boy jury duty, bro. Hopefully I don't get no case. I ain't gonna lie. Actually, I'm not gonna say what I'm you know what I'm saying, because if I say what I'm, you know what I'm saying, then they gonna know I'm, you know what I'm saying. You feel me?
did that interaction with the defendant and Amy cause you any concern at that time?
No.
Did you end up calling your friend Hernando at any point while you were with Amy?
Yes.
Yes? And why would you call Dr. Chavez while you were observing this interaction between the defendant and Amy?
Because he told me to stay with her while he went to go get us drinks. And then all of a sudden this happened, and I don't know. I felt bad for her because she was in a very awkward position, and it seemed like they might have just broken up, or some. Definitely felt like it was an ex-boyfriend, but it seemed like it was something fresh and new. And I know that she walked away, so I knew that she was uncomfortable, so I was trying to call my friend back to help the situation. I didn't really know her.
And did you get in contact with Dr. Chavez only by cell phone? Only by phone call, or was it by text as well?
I believe I texted him because he didn't answer the phone.
What's important about this though? Like, I'm trying to figure out, like I ain't gonna lie. I feel like sometimes during the lawyers and prosecutors, the defense, whatever, they be asking some pointless questions. Like sometimes it may lead up to some shit, but sometimes it don't. Like, what's the point of this? We just
And do you
recalling
remember
events.
what you said to him in order to get him to come back?
I said, I think your friend needs you.
Based on that statement, did you feel that she needed help?
If I was in that situation, I would want help.
And in your opinion, it appeared that they had just broken up.
Yes.
Now, did Hernando come back to the area where you were standing?
He did.
Did you tell him what you had observed between the defendant and Amy?
Yes.
Did you point out to him where they kind of walked off to?
Yes. Yes.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Now, once Dr.
Objection.
Chavez came
Overruled,
back, what
face
did you do
ass.
at that
Fuck
point?
you.
I left to go get my makeup retouched up before the award show started.
Did you see Dr. Chavez?
It's the face that she making that's like low key making me laugh in this serious ass situation. Chat. She like this. Hold on. Let me get the full cam. Let me get the full cam for y'all. Hold up. Let me get the fucking full cam for y'all. Sis like this. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Face ass. Alright. Damn. I hate when that shit happen. Y'all can't see me though. I'ma play it. Hold up.
At all for the remainder of the night?
No.
Did you see Amy at all for the remainder of the night?
No.
And did you see the defendant at all for the remainder of the night?
No.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Thank God, that shit was.
Ultimately, Chavez pulled
Nice.
Amy away from Gareth, and they returned to the XBiz red carpet for pictures. While Amy appeared outwardly composed and even smiled for the camera, Chavez noticed a change in her demeanor. She seemed anxious and preoccupied. Then, as the night ended, Amy was confronted by Gareth again.
Damn, this
He asked
nigga
to speak with
crazy.
her, and she requested some privacy from Chavez to address the matter once and for all. After their conversation, Amy and Chavez went to a cafe where she discussed her unsettling chat with Gareth. According to Amy, Gareth admitted that he was still consumed by thoughts of her and the impact their breakup had on his life. During their second exchange that night, Amy told him, "How do you want to end this? We are not going to be friends, but we don't have to be brutal enemies." During their talk,
Facts.
Amy expressed forgiveness for his past actions, but when she declined a hug, Gareth became emotional and left.
Nigga said, he said, where my
Aime was
hug
afraid of
at?
his obsessive thoughts and went to the police, but they did not take the matter seriously. The report
Bro, you could tell, like, no, like, funny shit, though. Like, you could tell this man was one of those kids in high school who got rejected a lot. He had to be, bro. She said, he said, can I get a hug? She said, no. He said, why can't I get a hug? Face ass, come on. Tighten up.
further states police
Send
were
him, give
questioned
him the
about Aime's
fucking book.
allegations, but chose not to comment. The following day, Aime told the people closest to her about her concerns, including one of her friends, Robert Koshland, who testified about it in court.
You solemnly state that the testimony you're about to give and the cause now pending before this court should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Please have a seat. Please state and spell both your first and last name.
Robert Koshland, ROBERT COSHLAND.
Right. I'm looking at photograph 10G. Do you recognize who's depicted on that photograph?
Yes, I do.
And who is that?
That is Aime Harwick.
And what was Aime Harwick to you back in 2020?
Aime was my best friend.
When you say your best friend, how long had you known her?
I met her in 2012 and we became friends in 2015.
And when you say she was your best friend, what does that mean?
I talked to her every day. I pretty much told her everything. We texted every day. And I saw her often once a week, sometimes as many as 4 times a week.
Was she someone important in your life?
Very much so.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know about her death on February 15th, 2020?
Yes.
When was the last time you saw her before that date?
I saw her several days before. I believe it was Tuesday, whatever the date that was. We went to the movies.
Did you have a conversation with her on January 17th, 2020?
I had a conversation with her most days, so.
Right, you gonna have to be mad specific. Nigga gonna ask, mind you, y'all. I think this was August 2023 when they asking these questions. You gonna ask a man a question about something that happened 3 years ago? Be specific. Nigga gonna say on January 2nd. Nigga, I barely know what I did last week. If you ask me, Deshaun, what did you eat 3-4 days ago? I'm not gonna be able to tell you. I might have to think hard. I might be able to tell you if I think hard. But then if you ask me something from a week or 2 weeks ago, nigga said January 17, 2020. No one's going to remember that, gang. That's what I'm talking about.
January 17,
Bring up
2020, did she discuss
the specifics.
That had occurred to her the day before?
Yes.
What did she tell you in that regard?
She called me and told me that she had run into Garrett, and she was very concerned about the interaction. She told me that she saw him and he came over to her and was yelling at her and reciting texts from like 8 years ago. And
narrative, and also, of course, prior ruling regarding leaving the photo of Elmo during the photo.
Okay, go ahead. Take that down. Sure. You were saying that she was telling you what happened to her at this event on January 16, 2020, including that Gareth Persons was reciting old text messages to her?
yes, and she told me that he hadn't moved on with his life and seemed to be very obsessed with her still, and that she was very worried about that interaction.
Did she indicate to you whether she was scared of Gareth Persons?
Yes.
What did she tell you in that regard?
She said to me that if anything happens to me, it would be Garrett that did it.
Damn.
And have you previously testified to that statement?
I have.
And after telling you that, did she try to take some kind of action so you would know where she would be at different points in time?
I suggested perhaps we share locations so I could see where she was at any given time, and she agreed, so we used the Find My Phone feature on iPhones.
And were you then able to track her phone wherever she moved?
Yes, it took a couple hours for us to figure out how it worked, but afterwards, yes.
Well, why did it take a couple hours to figure that out?
Objection, foundation.
Oh, you can answer.
I hadn't used it before, and she hadn't used it before, so I don't know why, technically.
And is
That was such a.
happening
I just feel like that was like a question that didn't need to be asked, but
on or about January 17th or 2020, or a few days after January 17th, 2020?
We had it sorted out in the afternoon of the 17th.
Did you and her discuss anything else as far as security at her home?
Yes, I suggested she buy a gun, and we talked about video cameras and a security alarm system.
Okay, what did she, as far as the suggestion to get a gun, how did she respond to that?
She said maybe, but
She objected. Okay.
You said what?
she said maybe.
And you also suggested what else to her?
Getting a security system and cameras.
And do you know if she did that?
Yes, she did.
How do you know that?
Because we talked about it, and I referred an installer, and she bought the system that I saw.
Okay. Did she buy the Nest camera system?
Correct, that's what I had.
Were you the one that installed the system for her?
Yeah,
Did you set the settings for her Nest camera app for her?
I did not.
bro, this nigga bro. Allegedly, he obviously did that. I just had to say that, and that's just my opinion, bro. From what I've seen, bro, just the body language and everything, bro. It looked like he ain't got no remorse.
When did you hear about the passing of Dr. Aime Harwick?
Objection, Your Honor.
You can answer.
After I had gone to interview with Detectives Masterson and Carranza, they left the room for a bit, and they came back, and then they informed me. So it was the morning of the 15th. I don't know what time.
Would this be February 15, 2020 at around, well, was your interview with them on February 15, 2020 at the Hollywood station around 10 in the morning?
It was thereabouts.
And so they stepped out of the room, and what happened?
Well, after the interview, they stepped out for a few moments, and then 4 minutes, and then came back and informed me.
What was your reaction to that?
Objection, no.
Just saying.
Did you tell them during that interview on who to focus on?
I did.
Relevant and hearsay.
Overruled. You can answer.
You can answer that.
I did.
Who did you tell them that they should focus on?
Objection, hearsay, relevant.
Overruled. Well, you told this to the police officers?
Yes.
Okay. You can answer.
Yes, I told them that they should focus on Garrett. I did not know his last name at the time.
And why did you tell them that?
Because of the conversations that she and I had had previously.
After Dr. Aime Harwick's passing, did you and your friends get together that day or a day after that?
Soon after the January incident with Gareth, Aime obtained pepper spray and hired a locksmith to change her door locks. As the hours passed, Aime slowly felt a little more confident about handling the situation with Gareth.
Sure.
However, just as things seemed to begin to calm down, she received an unexpected text message from an unknown number that read, "I interneted your number. Recognize it now that I see it. If I'm allowed to text." Aime was troubled by the message as she had not provided Gareth with her new number. Gareth followed up his text with, "Not sure if you're done, because you said, how do we finish this now last night? But if we can meet again." Aime replied, "I think it was really good that we were able to speak last night. I'm sure there's a lot more that you want to process and say to me, but I think that was a lot for both of us. I hope you were able to hear me last night when I said that I was sorry for anything that caused you suffering and that I forgive you for the things that you did to me. I think right now it's best to have some space, and I don't mean that in a negative way. The past is sad and triggering for both of us. I think we ended our talk last night well. We can be civil from a distance, respect each other, and move forward with our own lives.
So you should.
Although Amy stopped replying after that, Gareth continued to text her. She hoped that with additional time and distance, he would finally accept the clear boundaries she set and realize she had no desire to rekindle their past relationship.
Nigga was so down bad, bro. It's like it's plenty of other women out there, bro. You could find it. Now you gonna be single for the rest of your life. Like now you gonna be locked up. When you was making millions, bro. I don't
And 1 month
understand the
later,
logic.
Amy was murdered. Given the weight of the evidence against Gareth, his defense team faced an uphill battle. Their trial strategy involved challenging the reliability of witnesses, questioning the integrity of the evidence, and highlighting even the smallest inconsistencies. Their primary goal was to sow enough doubt to potentially influence the jury's decision. For example,
did you tell the first officers who responded that Amy was yelling the entire time? She was upstairs yelling when I ran out of the house.
Yeah, I don't remember that specifically.
Oh, he's the one.
And today you testified that she was not screaming the entire time. Is that correct?
Yes.
The second responders that came, did you tell them that you heard muffled screams?
I don't even.
I'm going to object if he was asked these questions.
Well, the question isn't whether he was asked the question, but whether he told them. Whether it was because of a question that was posed or he told them on his own. The court will allow it.
There was a lot of questions from a lot of people. I can't remember specifically. I remember in general telling them.
That's what I'm saying. That shit is so long ago.
To different people.
And you recall specifically telling them there were muffled screams?
No, I don't remember specifically telling them in those words. I just don't. I'm sorry.
Do you recall saying several times throughout your encounters with law enforcement on February 15th that Amy was screaming the entire time and you heard her screams as you ran out of the house?
Compound as to various law enforcement officers.
Court will allow it.
It sounds like you're asking me the same question over and over, but I don't remember telling them specifically that I heard her screaming the entire time. I just don't remember saying that specifically.
And your recollection today is that she was not screaming the entire time?
Objection, argumentative.
No, overruled. Is that your recollection today, sir?
Yeah, no, there was like a one period where it was like dead silent for a little bit, like. And I'm pretty sure I told the detectives that too.
If I asked you, did you tell the detectives that, what would your answer be?
My answer would be, I'm pretty sure I
told them what?
Told them that she was screaming the entire time?
Yes.
Oh, you were going back to that?
Yes.
I just told you. It's asked and answered that. I don't remember specifically telling them that. But
Okay.
I could have.
Okay. But if that's what you told them, your testimony today contradicts that, correct?
Right, that's been asked and answered. He stated, as he sits here today, she wasn't screaming the entire time. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, that's correct.
That's a long answer.
Thank you.
That argument
Under
was
direct
ass and
examination,
weak.
Laboratory testing expert Dr. Alan Wu confirmed the presence of a lethal dose of nicotine in the syringes found at the crime scene and in Gareth's home. During Dr. Wu's cross-examination, the defense targeted the concerning findings by questioning the testing process and the report's details. They pointed out the lab lacked a certain accreditation and some report parameters seemed to be missing without asking why. The idea was to subtly insinuate potential flaws without explicitly saying so. Toward the end of the clip, observe the defense's reaction when the expert pushes back and delves deeper into an argument.
You could have raise your right hand.
Do you solemnly state that the testimony you're about to give in the cause now pending before this court should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? I do swear. Thank you. Please have a seat.
I still don't understand why they still have the "so help you God." Like, a lot of people are not religious, so if they lie, it's like, if a person who's not religious lies to that, it's like, come on, it's feel me.
Please state and spell both your first and last name.
Alan Wu, ALANWU.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Please tell the jury what it is that you do for a living.
I am a professor of laboratory medicine at the University of California, San Francisco, and I am one of the laboratory directors at the Zuckerberg San Francisco General Hospital.
And can you briefly describe your education for this position?
I have bachelor's degrees in chemistry and biology, a doctoral degree, PhD degree from the University of Illinois in analytical chemistry, and postdoctoral training in clinical chemistry.
Can you briefly describe your training and experience in chemistry?
Well, I'm trained to operate clinical laboratories in hospitals and medical centers.
And how many years have you been doing that?
41.
Damn.
And I think you answered this in kind of a big picture way, but I just want to ask very specifically that your lab does not have the ISO IEC 17025 accreditation.
That's correct.
No, you would have. I would be fucking up typing.
One of the two numbers that you need to know to determine purity is density, right?
Yes.
And in terms of the equation that you use, that you included in your report, density is the bottom denominator of the equation.
Yes.
Concentration is on top.
Yes.
So to be confident that your calculation regarding purity is correct, you need to have an accurate density.
Yes.
And even a slight inaccuracy can change the purity number significantly.
Well, it would have to be an egregious error in the density, which would be difficult because most fluids have a density of about 1.00. Nicotine is in a fluid. It has a slightly higher density, but not more than 1% difference. So even if we had used the wrong density, the estimate would only be off by 1% or so.
Okay. The balance you use to measure density, it can only go out, and I'm talking about the instrument, it can only go out 2 decimal places, right?
Yes.
There are density meter instruments that go out 3, right?
And even 4, yes.
And you have those types of instruments in your lab?
We do.
Your report didn't include a measure of uncertainty.
Correct.
And it also didn't include method validation parameters.
Correct.
The calibration curve wasn't run in triplicate.
That's correct.
And I think that on direct you mentioned,
I don't know what they talking about. I'm gonna keep it a bean.
Your own error rate, but I don't think that was included in the report, was it?
It was not.
Is that a synonym of error bar?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay. And so neither were included in your report.
That's correct.
The report didn't include sample prep information.
I think we did include it. We even showed a picture of the sample actually being weighed on the balance itself.
And
he don't even know what to say. He knows there's some bullshit.
Nothing further.
Anything?
No questions.
Thank you, doctor. You may step down.
Yo, if I had a lawyer, my lawyer got stumped talking about some nothing further, bro. Give me a new lawyer. Get him out of here, please.
In the next clip, the defense seeks to portray the police as having mishandled Gareth's booking procedure suggesting they were insensitive and unprofessional.
Good afternoon again.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
So when you first, when Mr. Pershouse first arrived at Hypertech, he was accompanied by 2 uniformed officers.
Yes, ma'am.
And they had transported him from another location to Hypertech so that you could meet them there and supervise the photography of Mr. Pershouse. Is that correct?
Exactly.
And who had authorized this photographing of Mr. Pershouse?
What was a recommendation by the lead detectives? It's something we normally do in situations such as this.
Do you normally ask detainees to be strip searched in that way?
It depends on what the person's detained for, but strip searches are normal with violent felonies.
Okay.
So who authorized a strip search in this case?
I'm not privy to the booking approval regarding who authorized a strip search, but I wouldn't call this a strip search that's prior to booking. This would be photographing the person, whether they have injuries or not.
Okay. And were you looking?
I'm going to object if the witness hasn't completed his answer.
Were you finished, sir?
I was almost finished.
Go ahead.
Depending on the situation, of course.
So you had Mr. Pershouse remove his underwear for photographs.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
I directed him to, yes.
And several photographs were taken of his naked body.
Yes.
And
Whoa.
the area where his underwear would normally be, did you find anything of any significance in that location? On either his buttocks, his penis, or in any area that would have been concealed by underwear?
I did not.
But you continued to photograph that area anyway.
Hey yo.
Well, when you say area, it was an overall photograph of his whole entire body to show a lack of, or to determine whether or not there was an injury.
Would you have expected to find injuries on his penis area?
Objection, argumentative.
Well, it's call for speculation, sustained.
When you told...
She said, long story short, you was taking news of him. Why? Bro, this case, bro. I just want to know how much time he gets.
What you were going to be doing in terms of photographing him. Did you describe it to him as a full body scan?
Objection relevant.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't use that verbiage, but I 100% explained the process to him to alleviate any of his fears. He was very inquisitive, and I took the time to answer each of his questions.
You don't recall using the term a full body scan?
No.
Would that be inaccurate to call it a full body scan?
It's just verbiage I wouldn't have used in this situation.
After all the evidence was presented and each witness testified, it was time for the parties to give closing arguments. The prosecution presented their case with conviction, arguing that on Valentine's night, Gareth, fueled by rejection and anger, broke into Aime's home and waited for her to arrive. Upon her return, he brutally assaulted her before throwing her off the third-floor balcony to her death. To support their case, they relied on the medical examiner's conclusion that Aime died from blunt force trauma with strangulation as a contributing factor.
Damn.
DNA from underneath Aime's fingernails and her surroundings matched
Got him.
Gareth's DNA.
Got him.
They reiterated that syringes containing a lethal amount of liquid nicotine were found at the crime scene and at Gareth's residence. The prosecution also displayed video evidence of Gareth at the crime scene at the time of the assault. Countering the prosecution's narrative, the defense argued that Gareth, captured on video at Aime's house with gloves and a rope, was just there to talk. They claimed he intended to end his life with the nicotine syringe if she declined to reunite with him. The defense suggested Aime's fall was an accident, possibly while evading Gareth, and said he suffered from a debilitating depression, implying diminished responsibility. Once briefed, the jury deliberated for 2 days before reaching a verdict.
It took
Would
them
the
2
prosecution's
days.
strong
Guilty.
evidence prevail, or had the defense introduced sufficient doubt?
Number one, is it correct that the jury has a verdict? You can have the verdict forms over to the bailiff, please.
That shit about to be like guilty, guilty.
All right, Mr. Clerk, if you would read the verdicts onto the record, please.
The Superior Court of the State of California, County of Los Angeles, Department 107, case number BA 485-380, People of the State of California versus Garrett Pursehouse. As to count one, we the jury, the above entitled action finding defendant Garrett Pursehouse guilty of the crime of murder in the first
Let's
degree.
go. Get him packed
Violation of
up.
Penal Code Section 187, subsection A crime as charged in count one of the information. We further find the allegation that Garrett Pursehouse intentionally killed Aime Warwick by means of lying in wait within the meaning of Penal Code Section 190.2, subsection A, subsection
Get him out of here.
Dated September 28, 2023, juror number 1 foreperson. To count two, we the jury, the above entitled action find the defendant Garrett Pursehouse guilty of the crime of burglary in the first degree in violation of Penal Code Section 459, a crime as charged in count two of the information. We further find the allegation that a person was present in the
Yeah.
residence during the commission of burglary to be true. Dated September 28, 2023, juror number 1 foreperson. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, are these your verdicts? So say you one, so say you all? Yes. Thank you.
Would either side like the jury poll?
Gareth Pursehouse is set to be sentenced on December 6th, 2023.
Damn, nigga still wasn't
He
sentenced?
faces a maximum life sentence in prison without the possibility of parole.
Oh yeah, that nigga getting a book thrown at him. Oh shit, that shit is fucking in like 6. I'm lying, it's not 6 days. It's in a few weeks, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. They did him dirty. That's what I'm saying, bro. They definitely was reaching. I ain't gonna hold you. They were reaching like